So the state is requesting a temporary order on this one. My understanding is Mr. Crane is in the Bell County Jail. We are waiting to see what's going to happen with him. My understanding is the things that he's in the Bell County Jail, that Miss Chisholm was not the victim of what he's in the Bell County Jail on. Although I will ask her some questions about safety. And I could see the court going either way on this one with regard to non-disclosure, but we'll ask for a ruling there. Requesting the court to, I believe the testimony will be, I believe Ms. Chisholm's request to the court is going to be for a sole managing conservatorship. And I realize that the outcome of some of these charges, even though she's not a victim, may impact the court's ruling there. My understanding is there's no objection to well, let me backtrack. I believe Ms. Chisholm is requesting that no geographic restriction. I think her testimony to the court is going to be that she has a number of her family who are military and either not in state or way far away. That really the tie to Bell County was the fact that she had a child with Mr. Crane, but obviously he's detained. No objection to standard possession is my understanding, but I believe the request from her is going to be that pickup and drop off be at the grandmother's house, which is 2108 Ruiz Drive in Colleen. I've advised her that the court tends to prefer the police station, but that's going to be the request, not from the state, but from the mother. Testimony will be government coverage, requesting court to at least temporarily set child support, medical support to zero. And then Miss Atha will testify to retro, and I believe her calculation will be $6,242. I believe the requested repayment is going to be $82, and that retro period is January 1, 2023 until August the 14th of this year. My understanding is they separated at the end of 2022, and Mr. Crane was arrested on August the 14th of this year. And then the requested return date would be February the 11th, 2024.
Okay. All right, Ms. Atha's already been sworn in and proven up as an expert, so I just need the mother to turn on the video if she can and raise her right hand. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
All right. All right, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth will help you?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, ma'am, you're officially on the oath. I'm going to go ahead and let the state call you and the CSO as witnesses. And at the end of the hearing, ma'am, if there's any questions you have or anything else you think I need to know that didn't come out during your general testimony, so long as it's relevant, you'll be allowed to tell the court that information based on the fact that you are technically you're your own legal counsel on this matter and have the right to represent yourself. So at this time, Mr. Diamond, call your first witness and proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Call Miss Atha. Ma'am, will you state your full name?
Aitha.
And Miss Atha, were you able to conduct an investigation as to retroactive support in this case?
Yes, I was.
And will you tell the court what you found?
So I was able to find wages dating back all the way to January of 2023. Unfortunately, majority of those were below the minimum wage presumption, except for 3 months where those were a little bit over. So I was able to calculate the total retroactive support amount being $6,242. And that was with an $82 repayment.
Okay. And I will pass a witness, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Chisholm, any questions of the child support officer, ma'am?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
All right, may the CSO be excused, Mr. Diamond?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Atha. You're free to go, and the state can call your next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Call Miss Chisholm. Ma'am, will you state your full name, please?
Jalisa Chisholm.
And who are the children that we're here on?
Jadion Crane and Daisrion Crane Jr.
And who's their father?
Daisrion Crane, sir.
Okay. So let's talk about you and Mr. Crane. I told the court a minute ago that your request is that you be the sole managing conservator, so you be the one to make all the major decisions. Is that, do I understand correctly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and go ahead and tell the court why you believe that's the most important, that's the best interest for the children.
Yes, I've been taking care of them since they were born.
he hasn't really made any decisions for them. I feel like I have their best interest at heart because I'm with them all day, every day, and their dad is not the best decision maker.
Okay. And we'll talk more about that in a minute here, but um, my understanding is your request is for no geographic restriction. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any family in Bell or the surrounding counties?
I have a brother in Austin, and that's about it. I have no family here. Most of my family is spread out throughout the states. I'm here prior from the military. We moved here, and I end up living here because I did have children with Mr. Crane.
Okay.
All right, ma'am, I'm sorry. How long have you lived in Texas?
I've been here since 2014, so about 10 years.
All right, thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Donovan.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, so, and then let's talk about possession and access. Do you have any objection to Mr. Crane having the standard possession order once he gets out?
No, I don't.
Okay. And what are you doing for health coverage?
They get Medicaid.
Okay. And do you know where Mr. Crane is right now?
In Bell County.
And Your Honor, yes, ma'am. And Your Honor, I'd offer what's been marked as States 1.
All right, ma'am, this is State's Exhibit number 1. This is the Bell County readout on what Mr. Crane is currently incarcerated for. Is there any legal reason that should not come into evidence, ma'am?
One more time. I'm so sorry, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, you're your own lawyer. Any objection to the court taking this information into evidence, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right, State's 1's admitted. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Miss Chisholm, were you the victim of any of the matters that Mr. Crane is currently in jail on?
No, sir.
All right. And my understanding is there's a probation revocation, and there's also an assault case. There's a driving case, I believe. Is that sound right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you understand I must request the court not order any child support until he's released.
Correct. Yes, sir. I understand.
Okay. And I'll move on. All right, but let's talk about the retroactive child support. So do you have any objection to me requesting retroactive support?
No, sir.
When did you and Mr. Crane separate?
The end of 2022.
Okay. And then do you know if between January of 23 and the present, the August of 2014, was he ever incarcerated for any amount of time during that time period?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So do you have any objection to the court using the $6,242 that Miss Atha testified to?
No, sir.
Okay. And then the request of $82 a month repayment, would that number be acceptable to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's talk about non-disclosure and the pickup and drop off. So first of all, why do you do the pick? So my understanding. Well, let me tell me if I understand correctly. So it sounds like the grandmother facilitates pickup and drop off. Is that correct? His mother.
Correct.
Okay. So her address, Drive in Killeen, that's where you prefer the pickup and drop off be?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why do you not want pickup and drop off to be at your house?
Just to keep the peace down.
Okay. Do you presently have safety concerns with Crane knowing where you live?
No.
Okay. But have there been issues with Crane in the past?
Yes, we have had prior issues.
Okay. Has he been physically violent with you?
Yes.
When was the last time he was violent with you?
The end of 2022.
Okay. Were the police ever called?
Yes.
Okay. And what happened when the police were called?
He would leave. I requested that he would leave, and he left.
And do you know if he was ever arrested for anything that happened in 2022, at least with you?
No, he was never arrested with our altercations.
Okay. Was a protective order ever issued?
No.
Okay. One of the things that I'd probably suggest to the court is ordering communication through app close. Do you have any objection to me making that suggestion?
No, sir.
Okay. And then I reported to the court the requested return date of February the 11th of 2024. Would that be acceptable to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, and I can't, I think I asked you this, but have you heard anything from Crane about what he expects to happen with his cases?
No, I have not.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, do you know what the motion to revoke probation is based on? What did he do with his I'm looking at felony probation or misdemeanor probation?
Beg your pardon, Your Honor. I think I have that answer. I don't know that Miss Chisholm will.
All right.
So he had a felony possession case. I think it was a
Okay.
third-degree felony back in, I think, 2021.
Okay, all right.
And then he had some misdemeanors as well. I think one of the misdemeanors might have, I think there was like a theft or something like that. But I imagine the felony probation and, would be of concern to the court. And obviously what he's charged with, the misdemeanors that have, gotten this violation would be of concern to the court.
Yeah, right now, like I said, I would have no problem naming the mom temporary. So looks like she's got family violence. He's now has 2 charges pending for further family violence assault. So I've got no problem naming her a temporary sole going forward and setting up the child support and visitation as requested. At the final hearing, may need to do something about the drop off and pick up of the child at the visitation, especially if mom plans on leaving the state of Texas, exchanging the child at his mother's address may not be practical anymore, ma'am. So, but at this time, I'm looking at going ahead and granting everything you and the state are requesting. So first else, Mr. Diamond, is there anything else that you're specifically requesting that you're asking the court to rule on, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Did the court so app close and then non-disclosure, Your Honor?
App close is non-disclosure. App close is ordered and non-disclosure is granted.
Yes, sir.
All right, then, but look like we're coming back in February on this one. You're not sure what he's looking at as far as everything is concerned, ma'am. But we'll see by then if he's still in jail and whether or not we'll start doing regular child support back, at least based on minimum wage. But for right now, I got to order 0 child support, set you up as a sole. You're okay with the visitation, standard visitation package exchange at his mom. Right now, I'll reduce the judgment, the unpaid child support, and the retroactive child support, but I will hold a repayment on that amount until we come back for a final hearing. Is there anything else then, Mr. Diamond?
Just, Your Honor, if I might speak with Ms. Chisholm afterwards, I think I can get an order to her pretty quickly.
All right, then, Ms. Chisholm, hang around and speak to Mr. Diamond, and we'll see about not having to have to do anything else in this one until we come back in February, or somebody comes back and asks the court for some affirmative relief before then. So at this time, Ms. Chisholm, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, good luck, and I guess I can start this now. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, happy President's Day as far as you're concerned, and well, not President's Day, but happy Martin Luther King's holiday. All right, I think that covers everything that will happen to us between then and there.
All righty, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, see you in February, ma'am. But if something comes up, get back with the state and let them know you need to get back in if there's a problem. Thank you, and
Okay.
we're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Chisholm, if you'll accept the breakout room request, please.
Okay.